Welcome to our Mock Interview Pro Series. Today, we're diving into the world of tender management. Whether you're gearing up for a tender interview or just looking to refine your skills, we're here to guide you through some essential questions and strategies. Let's kick things off with a scenario you're likely familiar with: navigating a challenging bidding process. Can you recall a time when you faced a tough bidding process? How did you navigate the challenges? This question is designed to explore your problem-solving abilities and how you handle challenging situations in the tendering process. Here are some strategies to effectively answer this question. Clearly, outline the context of the bidding process. Identify the specific challenges you encountered. Describe the actions you took to tackle these challenges. Share the outcomes of your actions. Reflect on the lessons you learned from the experience. Let me give you an example of how you might structure your answer.
In my previous position, we had a tight deadline for a major government tender, and the client provided incomplete specifications. To address this, I organized a stakeholder meeting to clarify the requirements, which enabled us to submit a more accurate proposal. As a result, we were awarded the bid and successfully delivered the project on schedule.
By the way, we're only covering a handful of questions in this video, but I've prepared a free PDF with all 30 top interview questions for tender. It also includes example answers and tips to help you prepare with confidence. The download link is just below. Could you share an example of working with a team to create a successful tender proposal? This question aims to assess your teamwork skills and your ability to collaborate effectively in a tendering environment. Let's go over some advice on how to approach this question. Describe a specific tender project you were involved in. Explain your role and contributions to the team. Highlight the importance of communication and collaboration. Discuss any challenges and how you overcame them as a team. Conclude with the success of the proposal. Here's an example of a well-rounded answer.
In my last role, I was part of a team working on a tender for a large infrastructure project. As the project coordinator, I facilitated meetings, ensured deadlines were met, and consolidated everyone's inputs into the final proposal. Despite the tight timeline, we managed to work extra hours and maintain clear communication. Our hard work paid off, and we secured the contract.
Tell me about a time you disagreed with a colleague over a tender proposal. How did you resolve it? This question focuses on your conflict resolution skills and how you manage disagreements in a professional setting. Here are some pointers on how to tackle this question. Select a specific incident from your experience. Explain the nature of the disagreement. Detail your approach to resolving the issue. Mention the outcome and the lessons you learned. Emphasize the role of teamwork and communication. Let me illustrate how you might answer this question.
In one project, I disagreed with a colleague about our pricing strategy. They preferred higher prices for better margins, while I suggested a more competitive approach to win the bid. I proposed that we gather market data and analyze competitors' pricing. After reviewing the information together, we found a solution that balanced competitiveness and profitability, leading to a successful bid.
Imagine you submitted a tender bid, but the client requests a significant price reduction. How would you handle this situation? This situational question evaluates your negotiation skills and your ability to adapt to client demands while maintaining value. Let's explore some strategies to tackle this scenario effectively. Evaluate the request to understand the client's needs. Determine if you can lower the price without sacrificing quality. Consider offering alternative solutions or services to fit their budget. Emphasize the value of your original proposal to justify the price. Negotiate terms that provide flexibility for both parties. Here's an example of how you could respond.
I would start by understanding the client's reasons for the price reduction, especially if it's due to budget constraints. I would explore options to maintain quality while adjusting the scope. Additionally, I would highlight the value of my initial proposal and work towards finding a middle ground that satisfies both parties.
You have 2 days, until the tender submission deadline but lack critical information. What steps would you take? This question assesses your ability to work under pressure and manage deadlines effectively. Here's how you can approach answering this question. Identify the crucial information you are missing. Reach out to stakeholders or suppliers for the necessary details. Prioritize requests based on urgency and impact. Communicate effectively under pressure to keep everyone aligned. Prepare alternative strategies in case the information can't be obtained. Let's see an example of how you might handle this situation.
First, I would identify the specific information needed for the tender. I would then promptly contact relevant stakeholders or suppliers, stressing the urgency due to the deadline. I would prioritize requests based on their impact on the submission and keep all parties informed of my progress.
Before we wrap up, remember you can get all my 30 questions and example answers and step-by-step tips in a handy PDF. Totally free, just grab it below.